Hey, this is Justin K. Miller, and I just wanted to talk to you about POC v11 because it is happening. That is what is going to happen Monday or Tuesday. So, first of all, if you are not watching what's going on with Helium on Discord, please sign up on Discord and go check it out. You can go under announcements, and under announcements, you'll see right here from the 11th that they said POC v11 or Proof of Coverage version 11 reactivation update early next week. Now, just understand that we make our rewards. We make our money using Helium hotspots based on proof of coverage. So, this is a big deal. When they make this change, it will affect things. And honestly, all the problems that have been going on the last week or two are because it didn't go that well when they first tried to implement it. That's why they rolled it back. That's why they're going to reactivate it. But it definitely is a big deal. Now, if you haven't read about it, please go on to the Helium blog. They explained it back in September because back in September we were already planning to have a release very soon, and then it didn't happen, and then it didn't happen because it is a major upgrade. And when major upgrades occur, sometimes, well, they get pushed back. I don't know how many of you work in the industry of software or in the cloud, but when updates are being released, especially critical updates, things get pushed back. So for all of you, just so you're aware, a couple things. Just like it says right here, I'm going to go through them with you. Number one, ensure your hotspot is asserted in the correct location. The reason for that is because they're going to be paying attention to where you put your hotspot. Can you be off a little bit? Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, if you're spoofing right now, you're caught. Okay, now number two, assert your antenna gain. This is probably the most important aspect. Now, gain can be up to 9 dBi. I know a lot of people, for some reason, think it's 8 dBi, maybe because rack wireless antennas are 8 dBi, but it's actually 9 dBi, which is kind of the reason why when I started talking about putting antennas in the attic, I had been considering 10 dBi antennas, just because I figured the roof itself probably lowers my gain by at least 1 dBi. Anyway, point being is, the reason this is important is because in terms of, I'm just going to talk about it in terms of the United States, but the United States has certain regulations about transmission power. And so this is supposed to make sure that we actually adhere to those. So if you're not, if it turns out you have a 15 dBi antenna, they're going to turn your power down to bring it down to what is legally allowed, which would be, again, 9 dBi. Another aspect to that, though, is going back to step one, asserting your hotspot in the correct location. They're going to start using systems to, well, I'm not going to say triangulate per se where your hotspot is, but based off of what you say your dBi is, it determines, okay, well, how much power from that distance should hit the hotspot that is being beaconed. So either if they're witnessing you or vice versa, they're gonna want to figure out through that your power. And I've had some issues, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, but a lot of my witnessing gets invalid, is considered invalid because my power is too high, because I had a 9 dBi antenna maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping this corrects things. Or maybe it's possible that those invalids were because somebody was spoofing. Who knows? We'll find out, but hopefully a lot of that spoofing is going to go away. All right, number 3, encourage fellow hotspot owners to update their location and antenna gains. That's what I'm doing here. I'm going to mention one thing on all of that. Yes, there is height when you update your antenna information. That is less important. They're not using that data right now. They're only using your gain information. So if you list it as very low, I I don't know what's going to happen to you if you're actually using like a 5.8 or 8 dBi antenna or 6.6 dBi antenna. My advice is it's only 50 cents. Update it, and update it honestly tonight, because if they release on Monday, you don't want to suddenly see all of your rewards go to nothing. Okay, so that's me basically following step 3 and encouraging all of you. This is a big update, as it says here. Definitely important to consider for yourself to be sure you're making money. Now, that being said, I also decided to update tonight. I've been watching these updates that have been occurring for the firmware. I am on 2021.11.10.0, and it was funny because of some of these. More recently, this one on November 11th, which I'm not 100% sure. Well, it says it's related to the libp2p fixes. I also noticed in the announcements that they were doing some discovery mode updates. So that being said, I did a test with discovery mode to see, using my 9 dBi antenna that is directional, what I was getting and what I could get with an 8 dBi antenna. And looking at them, now it's weird because I have seen a lot more people witnessing my beacon in the past, so I'm not sure what happened or what changed. All I know is that the 8 dBi omnidirectional is doing better than the 9 dBi directional. So that was one reason I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to switch this out and then update my information before POC v11. But also the reason is this. I've been watching on Hotspotty how well my antenna at my house is doing. And I used to do much better than 0.61. In the beginning, back in October, sometimes I was getting all the way, well, you can see right here, 1.33 H&T, and other days 0.94, and then other days 0.99, but it was doing well. And then somewhere around the second, things started dropping. And I don't know what happened, but as you can see, it kept going lower and lower, and here I am Saturday at 0.59. Now, here's a couple reasons I think this is happening. First of all, if I look at reward scaling, I used to be in an area where I was listed as 100%. Now I'm in this resolution 4 saying I'm 0.88 because there are now 67 hotspots too many in my area. 67. And you know that's just going to keep increasing. And that being said, as many of you know, most of my witnessing was being pointed downtown. So forgetting just about the area I'm in here, I don't really know how much worse it's gotten downtown. When I look here and I look at that resolution, there's 951 too many hotspots. 951, and that is just going to increase. So that freaks me out. That could be some of the reasons why my rewards are going down. But that being said, because I had a directional antenna that was pointed downtown, I want to pick up whatever high transmit scale areas I can, which are mostly around me. So I need to get an omnidirectional, even if it's not going to be able to get over some of the topography. It'll get over a little of the topography around me and hopefully get me a few more rewards. And then going back, that said, and hold on here, I gotta jump back to where I was. Hotspots. There we go. Okay. So that being said, if I look here at my witnesses, for example, like I'm getting horrible rewards. Gonna jump over to rewards back here. You can see, even out of all of these poor, I had 15 invalid beacons. Terrible. One invalid beacon. Good. 11 invalid beacons. That is not what I want. So I'm really hoping Proof of Coverage version 11 fixes this. I'm excited to see it being implemented, and hopefully we'll all get through this and have all of the people who are spoofing be gone and have higher rewards at the end. So I just wanted to mention this to all of you now. Get that updated, because if they roll this out tomorrow, what's going to happen? Here again, I just want to show you one other thing. So I had it at a 9 dBi antenna, and now I have it at an 8 dBi antenna. What this does, just so you know, is it removes your witnesses. Now, I actually did this a week ago because I had an 8 dBi, if you recall prior. I switched it to the 9 dBi directional, but I never updated my information because at that point, POC version 11 wasn't coming out. It didn't matter, so I didn't worry about it. But last week, I updated it knowing that it was coming out to see what would happen. And when I did, it removed all my current witnesses. And so you're going to see that when you do it. Now, the interesting thing for me is that the 7-day average beacons show no change, which is why I'm just assuming that, okay, there's no change. That means over the period of, this 7 days, last 7 days, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not that I'm witnessing less beacons or anything like that. It is that those beacons are probably giving me less rewards. So I'm hoping the 8 dBi, because when I go and I look at the whole area, the 8 dBi will get me more up here because it's omnidirectional. Even though I'm blocked a little bit, I am blocked, so I'm not going to hit much of this, but I might hit some of it. And if that can give me better rewards, great. Absolutely happy. So anyway, that's what I'm going for right now. If you need to update your information, again, please do so as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want me to continue to put information like this out there for you. And otherwise, happy mining.